Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Ryan here, and wanted to go over my deadlift program. So, here we go. This is the my spreadsheet that I created a few days ago, and this is kind of my thought process of how to reach certain goals. And this is kind of how my brain is kind of coming along, and this is going to be a part of a kind of video series that I'll make maybe every several weeks. Because I keep making videos every day, but this video is actually going to be like maybe once every 3 weeks or once every 2 weeks. That way I can kind of tell you where I'm at with my programming. And a lot of the time my programming has a lot more to do with just kind of my own thought process. There's no real, at least there's no way for me to explain it yet. So this is based on my own experience, based on my current level of skill and ability, and kind of what I know about myself. So let's take a look at this spreadsheet here, and hopefully you guys can learn something. Or maybe you can put some input or just ask some questions, because I think this is kind of cool. You know, I'm a personal trainer. I know the human body fairly well, but again, I'm very new to powerlifting. So let's go take a look at what I have to show you guys. All right, so here we go. We got this is the week here. This is my meet week, and it's pretty cool. So this is I'm looking to get trying to get the same PR, 545 deadlift or 550 deadlift. Hoping for a 5-pound PR. One of the reasons is that I don't know I'm really going to be prepared this meet because of my injury in my back. So I'm just hoping, just trying to be conservative. And then also my bench PR, looking for 305 as a pause bench PR. I've done a touch and go PR, but not a pause bench. So this is going to be competition setting. Then after meet week will be a little bit of a deload. And it's going to be a little bit of a deload because it just has to be. I just feel like when you hit these numbers, it's kind of hard to continue to train so hard. And I'm going to have kind of a lighter training week. And just to give you an idea, I have an intensity kind of segment here. Tells you how hard I'm going to train for that week. So the week after the meet, I'm going to be training about a 6.5, probably 7, as far as difficulty of pushing myself, which means, and then over here on this section here where it says what actually happened, I'm going to write in some notes and see how things come along, and then I'll fill this in and kind of keep you guys posted on what I'm doing. And I may not make an episode on this particular program, but I will definitely update this spreadsheet, and there'll be a link in the description. And then here is a beginning of a new training cycle. So new training cycle starts at level 8. Basically, that's how hard I plan on pushing myself, and then continue to push myself harder at level 9, and then on the third week of the training cycle, I'm going to push it to level 10. Now, there's lots of programs I've done. I've done Candido training program, I've done Cube. I've messed around with 531. I've only done like one cycle. So I mean, but it was a long time ago. So I'm just trying to use my own knowledge and experience to kind of put some stuff together. So I'm going to push really hard on a 10, and this could mean doing like some rep PR similar to like Johnny Candido's programs where you're going to do a 10 rep PR, 10 rep max, something like that. Well, basically I'm going to push myself really hard. I don't know. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like a mini deload. It's not quite a deload, but definitely I'm going to undulate my numbers. So it's going to think of it like this: 80%, 90%, 100%. Then go back down to 70, 80, 90. And then I have my meet here, a Boss barbell. And I didn't want to miss this. I can't do a full. Well, I probably could have done a full meet, but it just would have been too much having to get a hotel down there. Deadlift only makes it a little easier, so that way I don't have to get a hotel down there, and it just makes things easier on my family. I've explained that before in another video, but I thought I'd explain it again. So this is where I'm going to try to hit a 570 deadlift, I'm hoping for. And because I'm not competing in the bench, though I may change my mind, I'm going to try to hit a 310, 315 bench press, pause bench, probably in the gym. That's what I'm going to do. So again, it's kind of like, I'm going to start low, ramp up, then reset, start low, then ramp up, and then PR. So it's kind of like mini cycles. I think he calls it like a mesocycle or mini cycle. I can't remember. Anyway, so that's kind of like what I'm going to do for this first section here. And that's basically my starting point. So if I can hit these numbers here and these work out pretty good, I seem like if I can hit these numbers here, and there's no reason why I should change anything. I'm going to keep it the way it is and do the same exact thing on this cycle over here. But in the case that I'm not able to do this, I may have to make some changes. But this is kind of like my process for the rest of the year. So then another 6-week cycle here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deload, then PR week. Beginning of a new training cycle. And then I have a longer training cycle here from October all the way through December. So we'll see how things come along. That way I can hit my 600-pound deadlift by the end of the year. And then hopefully I'm gonna try to save up and get a Texas power bar, because I really want to practice with that bar. I've been using a Rogue bar, and I know that the flex is a lot different, and I think it's probably a little bit easier on the Texas, but the physics change, so this kind of technique has to be adjusted. And if I have a Texas bar, it's gonna obviously it'll make my training more true. And then a 335, 345 deadlift. So that would be my goal. Now we're gonna see how this works out. It may not work out as planned, as most plans are never perfect, but the idea is that I'm going to definitely try my best to just kind of stay on track. I think that the bench press goals look a little bit more aggressive. The deadlift goals actually look fairly realistic to me, because I kind of know my level of ability. So the reason why I had some trouble in the last training cycle up to this particular meet was, first reason, I tried to cut. That was kind of a big mistake. It really affects my ability to be strong. It just sucks. I don't know why I underestimated how my cutting weight, cutting calories would affect my strength. I thought it wouldn't impact it as much, but it impacted it significantly. And then, of course, I hurt myself, so that kind of messed up my training cycle a little bit. So we'll see how things goes. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got some cool stuff out of it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. And I'll see you guys on the next video.